Alright, well, you got a little bit of a glimpse of this thing booting up, and hopefully it's all good. Name that background. Alright, enough of that. Yes, I want to see how many people can remember that background, that wallpaper. Well, now that we showed that it works, we will show you the hardware and where we went from here. Alright, so here is my platform for my Pentium 3 build-off that we have Retro Tech Bytes in here, Will, who is also doing a build, Uncle Mike's Retro and Gaming, and Sucra with Bruno. So, I'm just getting right into it. Move all my screws out of the way. Here. Aww. So, let's start off. I have our main system here. A nice little oddball J-open. It's a, you can't really see it from there, but it's PCI 600K. I found information on the other one, but this one seems to be a little mystery board. We had a couple theories. One of them, it just ran just a simple lighting device for like billboards or something like that. There's not much to it. It does have an AGP, so that was a plus side. But no onboard sound or game port. You just got your basic interface here. I mean basic other than USBs there, but that could just been to pull files off and transfer them back and forth for whatever reasons. I was going to run the P3 733. Oh, excuse me. But we're going to go in with the P3 800. Just because I don't even know if this board will support it. I know it will take the 733. But I did run into a few issues with that one upon further testing, which was kind of weird. For some reason it didn't want to run at the full 133 with that particular CPU. So we're going to go in with a little bit different, maybe a little happier, I don't know. We do have some SD RAM, there we go. I'm drawing a blank here. It is KVR 133, 512 megabytes, more than enough for a Windows 98 system. Now, we're going to go with an HP CD Writer Plus, the 7200 series. Keeping this as close to era as possible. As soon as I turn it around, I can actually read it. July of 98, 2 by 6 by whatever, doesn't really say, probably 24 or something like that. Nice little CD-ROM drive. And I wasn't going to use this one, but the cool factor is there. Nice little NEC CDR C251 drive. So, yeah, nice little unit. January of 96. The problem with this one, it is super slow trying to load anything on it. But you can have 4 CDs in there at once. Not really age appropriate unless you're upgrading from like a Pentium 2 system or a Pentium system. Now, we're going to top it off with a little Zip 100 action here. I am going to go in with the Voodoo 3000, AGP of course. Unfortunately, I can't get my hands on a PCI one. Not yet anyway. Someday I'll get my old PCI Voodoo 3000 back. A little bit of an odd card. Well, not really. That one is. That is the X2E wavetable card that I picked up. Not a cheap little card, but considering the alternative, that's cheap. Going out to Turtle Beach, Santa Cruz. Gives some pretty good sound out there. And it does have some 3D capabilities. Ran off of the Crystal CS4630. So, it's a nice little card. And really sticking with the retro theme. Ooh. Going with a Quantum 3.5 inch, I believe it's a 9 gig hard drive. For the case section here, we're going full old school retro. Even got the halfway there, halfway gone Pentium 3 logo. Now the cool factor here, the fact that you can pull the tray out. Aww. To power all this, we're going with an Antec 500 watt, Earth watts. Oh, no, hey, I'm filming. Hey, I'm going to leave that in. So we got it all put together here. And got a few issues here and there. One of them, pick that back up. One of them being this Santa Cruz card stinks for any type of DOS gaming. Just don't even bother with it. A lot of the older DOS games don't have the settings for something that new. Keep that in mind. I remember that after the fact that I put it in. The 3DFX Voodoo 3 toaster card here. I'm sure you can cook a Pop-Tart on there. And speaking of hot, had to take care of the heatsink on here for the P3800. It took a little bit of persuasion, but we managed to get it off there. I did end up taking a chunk of plastic to the forehead. That was interesting. I called the medic for that one. He said, quit crying and get over it. So, okay, will do. So we got our error correct noisy fan here. Squeals, whine, complains, but it works. Once it gets warmed up, it's normal. It's just what it is. The RAM, the single stick 512, decided it wasn't happy playing by itself, so I kicked it out, put it in detention, left it outside, and I found two that were 256 sticks. They were very happy to play with each other in there, so they're working well. Good communication. It's always key in a relationship, good communication. Yes! The noisy CD-ROM driver, it still complains, but I keep poking at it and it keeps complaining, and I just keep poking at it some more, and eventually I'll give up and either work or die, one of the two. So other than that, oh, and we do have our error correct little beep beep down there. I decided not to fill up any of the ISA slots. They're at the bottom, I'll never see them anyway, so who cares. The power supply, believe it or not, is actually the only thing that's not complaining. So we're doing good there. Well guys, I hate to say it, but I kinda have a feeling that board's dead. Not sure what happened, but oh, it deserves a moment of silence. Okay, now that's over and done with. Anyway, that thing, dead. It go bye-bye. It go off and get crushed in a million pieces, and make new plastic somewhere. I don't know. Don't care. So, yeah. Come to find out, I did a little more research on J-Open. Yeah, they've been out of business for a very long time. I think the only decent one that they had was the 386s and the 486s. But I don't know anybody that personally has one of those. So I don't know. And for the runner-up, obviously fastest is not going to be my goal. Not now. We're going with an Asus P2B motherboard. It's got the same amount of RAM slots, AGP, 2 ISAs, and what, 4 PCIs? So roughly the same size as that J-Open board was. I have the P36 in here, or P3550. Anyway, that's the next fastest P3 slot processor I have. Unless I went to a slot kit, but I'm not going to bother with that. So, we're running with this big boy. Let's get on to the freaking benchmarks. There we have it. 3D Mark 99 Max. I ended up with 5,094 3D marks. 8,205 CPU 3D marks. And I ran it at 800 by 600 and 16-bit color. I think that's just the... yeah, that should be just the standard for this program. Didn't change anything on it, obviously. There's a few tests that it could not run, and that's due to the lack of compatibility or lack of the Voodoo 3. It's just not going to do it. It's like some of the Voodoo 2s, they're just not going to do it. It's to be expected. New hardware versus old hardware. It is what it is. Unfortunately, the J-Open did not perform as expected, but it is what it is. Eventually, time will take out all these machines. That's why we have YouTube. At least preserve what they could do, and have fun doing it. I'd like to say thank you to all the people we have in this partnership or collab. Bruno, it's been a lot of fun. Will, thank you. And Mike, well, that's Mike. Thank you, and stay safe and watch out for all those idiots out there. Thank you again.